Oh, it's back at old school Saturday night finally for the first time in gosh, it's been I'm not going back here. It's been weeks. Um, maybe it's tonight. New games from Atari, five in particular. Avalanche, Super Circus Atari, Tiger-Heli, Countermeasure 2, and Dark Chambers. Dark Chambers being the only technical re-release. Everything else is relatively new. One thing I did notice on the I got these in the mail on Tuesday, I think it was. The vast majority of them had I ain't gonna show you a little bit. Focus, damn it. It's not gonna focus. There it goes. Most of them had a disclaimer on there for this game may not work if you don't update your 2600 plus or 700 plus, which I thought was kind of interesting. I did update mine. I had to use my Atari VCS with Windows to actually get the update to work. Because I've stated before, I stream off a Mac. I do have Parallels on Mac running Windows, and the Atari updater program runs, but it needs a specific USB driver that's Intel only. Plus, it wouldn't work, which I don't quite get. I don't quite understand that because Windows on the Atari VCS is ARM based, but the updater worked with the USB, so I don't quite get it. The M1 Mac is ARM based. Why one work with the other? I don't know, but I'm just glad I get to work. I was playing a bit of Tac-Scan here before the starter. That's not the main focus for tonight, so I was just playing something during the intro for the hell of it. One thing to note with the firmware, which I was rather surprised about, personally speaking, because I know the update on the 1700 is supposed to make, at least I think this is the version that's supposed to make a lot of the Atari Age or John Champeau ARM games work, but I'm not positive on it. But the one thing, I'm not playing this tonight, but this did not work on the Tunnel Runner. This did not work on the 2600 plus or 700 plus in the past. But as of the 2.0.1.4.1 update, it works like so. RAM plus CBS games work. I'll play this some other time. I'm not playing this tonight. That's the show that it actually worked. Tunnel Runners are I love this game. Yeah, I played back in the day. Just to prove it here, you got Mountain King. That'll load up. I don't have all the CBS RAM parts. Those are only two I have that I'm aware of. I was digging through my pile of finder and stuff. I did find out for some reason. I still have that. Yeah, thinking of something different. For some reason, I actually have 2 copies of Tunnel Runner. I don't know why. It's like, this is Mountain King. This works. Didn't work before the firmware upgrade. So, if you got a 2600 plus or 700 plus, update it. There's instructions on Atari's website. I could probably provide a link here. It's not direct, it's buried a bit. I don't know why it just is. Would I have that link? Here, it's buried in their blog. Don't quite like that, but that's what it is. So if you get a Atari 2600 plus or 700 plus, follow the link. Update it. And note, again, you will need a Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine. Otherwise, you can't update. And that's my only complaint. I mean, I do have an old computer running Windows 7, but their updater will not work on it. Which I was annoyed with. And like I said, it won't work with on a Mac with Parallels. It just doesn't work. What are you gonna do? First up tonight, which I had to put on there. Again, these are all new releases from Atari. Came out last week, technically. I obviously got them this weekend. Typical FedEx shipping. FedEx gives you a time estimate, and halfway to where you are, at least for me, it stops giving updates saying, we're waiting for it to move. And suddenly it shows up. But first came up is Avalanche. Glare. One of these days I'll get I keep doing have a camera for showing stuff like this. After the cart itself. And this is a John Shampoo game. Atari's version of it. I'm pretty sure it's sold. I didn't bother Googling it or looking it up. I'm positive Atari sold this a while back. Or John Shampoo's website showed it. Sold it, I meant. Not showed it. Sold it. For more than Atari sells it for now. This game I pre-ordered for $29.95. I'm pretty sure the price is $32 or $34 now. Because I don't want to get political, but with the tariffs in place, the prices have gone up. Yes, they have. So the first game up tonight here is Avalanche. Uses paddle controllers. I'm pretty sure you can use a joystick on this. I'm gonna do the pass. I'm organized tonight. We can't use a joystick. It's paddle only. Which makes sense. Playing this with a joystick would be like pain in the arse. I can't think of what it is. Playing this game. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of the Activision game like this. Oh man. Mad Bomber? I'm utter blanking on the name of it. Unlike that, this one, it's a little harder to catch the... I'll show you. It's harder to catch the rocks. They're not like buckets. They're basically just like paddle lines. And the rocks slide in between. You don't catch them. It's got to hit the paddle. And not from the edge. It's got to catch it. Whoa. Yeah, I'm not an expert by any shape or form of this game, but I do like it. It's just... I wish you could catch the rocks easier. Obviously, I'm guessing if you played this more in time, you'd get better at it. This is the first time I ever played this game. I never saw this in the arcades back in '78. I never did, but I'm assuming it was out there. I just never saw it. I do find a weird way to... my buckets are going to call them shrinks over time rather than with misses. It's just... Square goes up, it shrinks. I don't... Ooh. Why can't I remember the damn game from Activision? I can't remember before the show. Kaboom! That's it. Oh, God. Why couldn't I think of that? I think Kaboom's a better game. This is not bad, but... As far as Modes, I know there's novice, standard, if you select the advanced, expert, novice. I suppose you can play a novice, but yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll give us a few more runs here. I don't plan on obviously playing a ton of each game tonight, but I guess I just want to show them off. Anybody out in chat wants to comment on this stuff? They're lurking, feel free to do so. Oh. Yeah, it's my only complaint with this game, which obviously this is how it was in the arcade, but I really wish there were buckets instead of just lines. Makes it a lot more difficult to catch this stuff. I imagine this game got really fast and difficult to be. I think about it, I guess the goal here is to try to catch it with the topmost paddle if you can possibly help it. Because once it gets to the bottom, it's a lot more difficult. So I'm going to change my focus here to strictly catch it on the top. Oh. Trying to. Paddle sensitivity is rather well done here. At least I think it is. I cannot picture playing this with joystick at all. Ah, seriously? One bar. That's crazy. Oh, does it ever reset back to anything besides one bar? I guess it's not. I haven't read the manuals or anything. I probably should have. I have not. Don't plan it. Oh my god. This is a quarter reader. It's probably a couple of manual. What the hell? I got time. I don't think. Instructions right here. Nice big instruction booklet. I do find it odd the way the new releases come with a mini box inside. I'd be 100% happy with this mini box. Plus packaging. Start pen. Plus, honestly, I wish you could put. Long paper, what, 2600 or 1700 in general? I wish you could put the pedal on either joystick port. It's got to be in port 1, otherwise it doesn't work. Playing the game. Obviously, more points for smaller boulders. Attempts left. Yeah, number of shields decreases as you clear rows of boulders. But you always have at least one shield. When the last boulder is caught, you start a new wave with faster boulders and fewer shields. So I get the impression that with that, if you clear a wave of boulders, you get some of your shields back. They're classified as shields, not paddles. It's basically you're deflecting boulders is what you're doing. I'm just so used to I'm blanking on it again. The Activision game. It's kind of hard to think of some different concept. Skill level church, standard novice. Higher levels you get slightly less shields. Difficulty switches. Ooh, if you put them in difficulty in A position, the boulders move left and right. Oh my god. Does have a little history in here on John Shampoo in the game. And of course some Atari ads, of course. Here's Rising. Join the Atari Club. I think I'm assuming Tickly's Discord, I would assume. Atari has a nice discard going. Anybody's not aware of it. I rather like the Discord. Let's play a few more rounds of this. And I'll move on. Yeah, tonight's definitely variety, man. I'm ready to go. Yeah. Close to the bottom. Hey. Once you get close to the bottom, it's hard to avoid. So they're not buckets, they're shields. I'm seeing so like version of game. This is absolute practice. I could absolutely see clearing all the way to advancing. But tonight's short time frame, boy, it's not going to happen. Whoa. Just kind of. Keep thinking I got it and I don't have it. Again, you gotta have it right in the shield. I mean, you can move right through the shield with the paddle. Game over. Nice, keeps high score on the screen. I like that. John Shampoo. I'm saying it right. Actually, the original version, the arcade version, came out in '78. This version, I forget when Shampoo did this originally through Atari Age. Last 5 years. A couple of years ago. I remember. Shampoo's website might still sell this. Actually, look. Yep. Frankly, I'm happy with the Atari version. I'm kind of curious how random this is. If it's really random or if the rocks fall in a certain pattern. The answer is that for no reason. Damn. Pardon me. Blast it. Much as I like this, I gotta admit, Kaboom is better. Well, it's left to interpretation, I guess. But I'd have to say Kaboom's probably a tad bit harder. Kaboom speeds up very quickly. Yeah, they might be about the same. It'd be kind of interesting to actually put these side by side and compare them. I mean, obviously Kaboom's based off of this, but that's Avalanche. And in particular, this is a 2600 game, which I didn't note on the stats on the screen here on the left side, bottom left. Avalanche is 2600. Not that it's not 700 plus, but or 700, but it is a 2600 game. In particular, the rest of the games for tonight are 700 games. Because they are. Up next, Circus Atari. I find this interesting. don't think I really need to read the instructions for this. I mean, it's Circus. On the original Atari 2600 was Circus. Oh, this is going to be a super Circus Atari. Yeah, step it up, see the high flying stones. Basically, you're bouncing around, popping balloons. I've seen a lot of variations of this game on various systems. Still a fun game. I have not played this prior to the stream, so it's a brand new to me. Hello, Big Diamond. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't remember Avalanche. Well, Avalanche was arcade. Avalanche was not released on the 2600 back in the day. I never saw it in the arcades. But Kaboom, yeah, I mean, Kaboom is, well, if you're old enough, you remember Kaboom. I mean, I'm guessing you played Kaboom back in the day. I like Kaboom, but Kaboom is honestly one of the few games I can honestly say that is better if you're partially drunk, like if you got a buzz. Because to do Kaboom good, you gotta be unfocused. If you focus, it's harder. And I say that with complete honesty. I remember playing Kaboom after a few beers years ago. I played better. It's a rare game to play better with. Usually when you get drunk, you play worse, but yeah, Avalanche. Honestly, I'd have to look up. I suppose I could look wiki here. I'm slightly curious here. Avalanche video game, 1978. First system, yeah, that's cool. 2600 is great, but personally, my first system was there. It was, oh god, hate saying it, but RCA Studio 2. That was my first one. It just was. Avalanche, designed by Dennis Coble. Trying to see if it mentioned how well this thing did. Yeah, if you had 2600 as a kid, you had a good childhood. As far as I'm concerned. Well, any of the retro systems, but Atari in particular had so many games for it. Yeah, they mentioned on the wiki page here. Avalanche inspired many similar games. Kaboom by Activision, Lost Luggage, Egomania, all for the 2600. Chicken for the Atari 8-bit, and I never heard of this one. Popcorn for the TSR 80. It does not say how popular Avalanche was. Slightly curious. Ooh, the wiki page is updated. They actually mentioned the new version released by Atari recently. According to the manual for the home computer version, Avalanche started out as a game about eggs and baskets called Catch. The game tested poorly, but was better received than the theme when the theme was changed to falling rocks. That's weird. Yeah, the wiki page doesn't state all how well Avalanche did. Had to beg your parents? Well, I mean, you do what you gotta do. But yeah, I mean, back in the 2700 days, I'll admit myself, I had the Odyssey 2. Which, it was just the system my parents got when I was a kid. I played the I played the Odyssey 2 to death. Just did. I got the 2600 used, I don't remember the year anymore, mid-80s, I remember. I got it for a good deal. I mean, I got it, somebody was in my neighborhood, or a near neighborhood, was put an ad in the paper. $100 for the system with 100 games. God, I won't forget that because it was such a great deal. But I mean, I'm an Atari fan, so 2600 is a cool system. Let's see here. Classic mode off. Classic mode. Just a question here. How do you select things? I mean, okay. Refill room, difficulty normal, players 1. Controller joy. No joystick, no joystick. How do you switch this? Yeah, it's like, this is weird. It shows the pedal on the back. Okay, let's read the manual. Set the joystick. How do I change it to pedal? I could have read this all ahead of time, but I didn't. The thrill of live streaming. Actually, pulling out the manual. Back in the day, I used to read the manuals. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. So the curiosity, Mr. Big Diamond. I mean, did you have other consoles besides 2700 back in the day? Or mainly 2600? Just curious. I mean, back in the day, I worked part-time. Well, I mean, I got an honestly when I was 16. I used all my part-time job money to pay for consoles. That was nuts. Plug in the controller in the left port for player 1, blah, blah, blah. Move the controller to highlight different options. Press the controller to or select the toggle through. The panel should work for recording this thing. But it's not. Why is it not? I gotta use a different paneling. It's not. Select is doing that. Okay, instructions. You're failing me here. Looks like I gotta put a controller in first port 2. Oh. That explains it. First game, you gotta plug the. Excuse me, a little blanket for a minute. Yeah, remember the ads? Okay. Honestly, I never. Well, gotta plug in here. This game requires. This game configuration is a bit different. You need a joystick and a pedal for this game. I remember, yeah, obviously back in the day, I saw a lot of the ads for a lot of systems and magazines. I saw very little TV commercials. Put that in front of her. Yeah, that'll do. I definitely saw in television ads on TV. Okay, I get it. So I'm older. That's the nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, I was in my teen years. Yeah, like I said, RCA Studio 2 was the first. That my parents bought first. The Odyssey my dad bought for me. I did get the television second. That I bought with my work money. I bought the ColecoVision in 2000 used and so forth and onwards. I got all the Gen 2 stuff. I didn't save money back then. I spent it. Kind of a bit stupid, actually, if you think about it. But I should have saved money back then. Electronic Gaming Monthly, yes. I remember the old magazine. Yeah, I remember the Meg. I remember that. I remember Game Pro. There's a couple other ones I don't remember off the top of my head, but Electronic Gaming Monthly and Game Pro are the two I remember. I'm positive. Sadly, I didn't keep them, but I did subscribe to them back then. I'm pretty sure. Or I bought them in the stores. I don't remember which one. There we go. Paddle. And with one flick of the joystick, it's down pedal mode. Yep. Okay. I missed game. Well, it's the internet era. I miss magazines. I just do. Like EGM and I really liked. I like Game Pro too, but Game Pro was a bit weird. A bit negative at times. Okay, I'm not gonna remember classic mode. Difficulty. Okay, we got pedal mode. Let's try this. Super Circus Atari. Whoa. This looks pretty good, actually. Oop. I forgot you can flip the thing here. Sounds a bit quiet in this game. Or just losing it. I like the animation here. Hey, if you got an old issue hanging around, hang on to it. I made a mistake, and I don't remember when anymore. It was years ago, like well over, probably over 20 years ago. I recycled all my magazines at some point in time. I didn't think they'd be collectible. That was a big mistake. Not that I would have wanted to keep all of them, but there's certain issues that I would have liked to kept. Especially myself, like I said, as I mentioned, I set it up with the Odyssey 2. I wish I would have kept one of the magazines in an issue with the Odyssey 3. Yeah, this Circus Atari for 7,800 is this is about. I mean, no offense against the 2600, but this looks a lot better than the 2600 version of this game. It's got power-ups. I'm not sure what the power-ups are. I could read the manual again, but I'm not gonna. Oh man, this game moves fast. Oop. Game over. Maybe I'll pull the manual up. Again, I gotta. I'm curious about the falling power-ups. Falling power-ups. I'm speaking to it. Out of curiosity, what Atari 600 games do you remember that you really liked? Because myself, I was big on the Activision games. Like, what was it? Robot Tank. I love Kaboom. Team Attack was cool. I like a ton of them. CBS. There's so many 2000 games to like. Let's see, difficulty mode. Avalanche Clown. Power-ups. C is for top roll. Clears the top roll. Oh, okay. D clears the top roll. C clears center roll. B clears the bottom roll. S slows things down. F. It makes things go faster. Oh, you still get your 7800, man? Plug it in, plug it in. Get a little RF adapter thing for the... Most TVs have like a cable input. You can get a little, like an RF plug for those. It won't look great, but it's not bad. I've done it. RF, it's not that bad. Or if you still got an old CRT. I still got 2 old CRTs laying around someplace on there in my basement. But honestly, currently, I had it set up, but I rearranged my basement so it's not set up yet. But when I want to run in the original consoles, I run them through an old VCR I got. It's still a bit fuzzy, but it's a way to get it on a modern TV set. P, this was a player with an extra reserve clown. Okay. Classic Play. Well, Classic Play does the original 2600 game. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I got my original 7800 around someplace. It's in a box of storage. I really need to dig it out. Just for the heck of it. I hope it still works. It's the only problem with old consoles. I mean, sometimes the capacitors can die on you. And some you don't have a working console anymore, but a lot of them are pretty robust though. I've yet to have an old console die on me. In all honesty. Not once yet. It's gonna restart automatically? I'm curious. But yeah, these consoles are robust. The one interesting thing about it though, I mean, to tell us a little story here. Excluding the RCA Studio 2, technically my first good console would have been the 2600. Because my dad bought me a 2600 back in, I think the exact year, it was 80 or 81. And I had it for a day. And the next day I went to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on. It died. Literally, it would not work. So we took it back and I got the Acid 2 instead. True story. I'm like, if the 2600 hadn't died, I would have never bought the Acid 2. And I'm kind of, the Acid, in my own weird words, the Acid 2 is my sentimental favorite Gen 2 console. Not my favorite, just sentimental favorite, but yeah, if you get an old CRT, use it. Modern TVs, like I said, if a modern TV has a cable input, I don't have one around me with me, but you can get these little things. It's hard to describe them. That screw on that cable plug, and you can plug like actually plug into it like from the. It would go in that instead of like a TV switch. I've used it. My own experience on modern sets, it's a bit fuzzy, grainy, but it's doable. I will admit there are some modern TVs myself that don't like old consoles. And some are okay with them. It varies. I like the way this game pauses in between. Ooh, man. This game requires practice. What the fuck do we got? Normal, hard, easy. Just for giggles here, let's see the classic mode. Okay, this is it. This is what I remember in the 20th Oh, the original died? Okay. But sounds like you got a very good use out of it, though. Like I said, the only one I ever had die on me was the original. The fact that it died in 24 hours, I'm pretty sure it was just some kind of weird factory defect. I just find the story myself kind of interesting, because if I hadn't have died, I would have... I don't know if I would have bought the RC2. I'm not even sure why I bought the RC2. Just did. But back when I bought it, it was weird. The RC2. When I bought the RC2, it was only sold by Magnavox stores. Not chiller stores, but originally just Magnavox. That always struck me as kind of odd. And kind of limiting, too. It's nice they include the classic version of a Circus Atari in here. But I won't deny, because their Acrobat game on the Odyssey 2, I prefer it better than the original Circus Atari. Not dramatically, but just a bit better. Yeah, like I said, I switched this to classic mode. This is the 20th version, with the exception of the things on the side where he sets out. I'm positive that was not the original 2600. This might be a slightly improved version of it. I played this before. It doesn't quite seem like the original. It's close. And for an old 2600 game, it's not bad. Bam! Like the... And the animation of the guys flying around is pretty good. Obviously, on an old console, the balloons are squares, but what can you do? Yeah, I'll play more version of this updated version. Trying to get the power-ups, but trying to get the guys is not easy. Oh boy. Yeah. You noticed it. Yeah, I got this off close up here. But better to see it. I got this off of TeePublic website. It's still on there. Ooh, I could probably show you the link. I could probably dig the link for it if you're ever interested in it. TeePublic. A friend of mine actually does shirts on here. Let's see if I can find it. Real green. He does. Please watch. But I'm responding to chat for a second because I'm looking for this damn thing. Found it. It's called War is Hell. I'm positive. Yeah, it's Earl Green. He's got a website called the Logbook. So if you want a Wizard of War t-shirt, here's where you can get it. TeePublic has sales almost monthly. So if you want to get it cheaper, wait for a sale. That's when I buy my shirts from them. But if you look at Earl's other stuff, he's got Odyssey 2 stuff for sale as well. But yeah, I mean, I saw him have the shirt out there. And I'm like, I gotta get that, man. I love Wizard of War. I mean, love it. Oh, it's outstanding. I discovered the Wizard of War at a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, I'm willing to share a link, man. I'm like I said, when I get a sale, the price is decent. It's a nice shirt. You get a variation of the shirt, but I kind of like the basic shirt where it just has the wizard and the warrior. But yeah, I discovered it. I actually got 2 of these shirts because I can wear it around. I like it. And again, that's because I mean, Earl Green from the logbook. Earl Green's another honestly two fan. But obviously, he also likes Wizard of War. Oops, I'm being wrong box. Yeah, Wizard of War. Yeah, funny because John Champeau has a version for the 2600, but actually the original Wizard of War on the 2600, as much as it flickers, I still love it. I still think it's a great game. Me and a friend played Wizard of War to death on the 2600 back in the 80s. Hey, let's switch my screen here. Next game up is gonna be Tiger-Heli. This was not released on the 1700 before. This is a brand new port. Yeah, Wizard of War. Yeah, I saw it in the arcade too. Like I said, at a Chuck E. Cheese. When I was a teenager, just I think me and my parents went there just for the hell of it to check it out. It was okay, but they had an arcade there, and I'm like, oh, cool, man. The thing I remember about Chuck E. Cheese. See, it's at least the one I went to in my area, and it's still there too. I always thought it was out of business. It's still there. They had some really unique games. Wizard of War, which I never saw in any other arcade. Space Dungeon, which I thought was outstanding. Only ever ported to the Atari 5200. Venture, I found there too. At least 3 games I found there that was never at my local Aladdin's Castle. Ooh, I just realized I haven't been changing game names on the screen here. Oh well, sorry. I'm not gonna go back. Not happened. Super Circus. Okay. Another memory here. Let's get some of these game names on here. I usually try to put the information on the screen here so people can tell what the heck I'm playing. There you go. There we go. Tiger-Heli. It's coming up next. Shakey's Pizza. Oh. I've always been kind of curious. I mean, I don't want to know your address or nothing, but I'm guessing I'm from Wisconsin. I'm curious. But I always thought Shakey's was local, but I'm curious if Shakey's was outside Wisconsin. I'm just curious. Because, yeah, we used to have a local Shakey's, and they shut down, some years ago. I missed that place. Okay. So they had it in Illinois, too. That's cool. Yeah, we had Shakey's here in West Dallas. We used to go, my parents used to go there. That's where I discovered Galaxian. They had Galaxian in the lobby. Like, what's this? Give me a quarter. I'm like, man. I might try to play this game without reading instructions, but I got them out. Yeah, I miss Shakey's. It's been over a decade since they shut down, but in my teens, in my 20s, Shakey's was cool. You know, pizza and their, what do you call that? Like a food bar. Terminology, sometimes I can't think of it, but like an all-you-can-eat thing. When you're done eating, you can play a bunch of games. Can't lose with that. Tiger-Heli. Brand new, developed by Stalks and Plan. I wonder if this mentions the programmers in the manual. Just curious as well. A lot of enemies in this stuff. Wow. Strategy. Collect mini helios as often as possible. Learn enemy attack patterns. Use your bombs sparingly. Yeah, I mean, I don't live in West Dallas, but West Dallas was where the Shakey's was most, at least in my area, in the Milwaukee area. Yeah, I like their pizza. What's I like their other food in general. And the arcade was great. I think the one I went to, the West Dallas one, like arcade was a bit small, but it still had games in it. It was cool to me. It was cool to be able to play games after you ate in a restaurant. I was so bummed when they shut down. I was like, oh man. 2600 port. Bruno Stikes, I think it's supposed. Originally released in 1985, Tiger-Heli began as an arcade game designed by Toplin. Okay. I never played this in arcade. Okay. Shakey's was in a suburb of Mount Prospect, I believe. Okay. I'm familiar with the area. Not super familiar, but I've been at least there or through the area. I visit the Chicago area, if you know him. In particular, I go to Chicago every year or two to visit video games, etc. Game store run by Sean Kelly. I forget exactly where Sean Kelly's store is located off the top of my head, but Sean Kelly, the big Vectrix guy. One of these days I want to get a Vectrix on stream, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I need a special camera. Well, let's see what Tiger-Heli is. Oop, hang on here. I realized I gotta change the. Unplug my paddle here. There we go. I like these Plus consoles, but the plugs are a bit stiff on them. It's a bit stiff. Ooh, I already got the plug in. Got my little props here. Oops. Make a little room there. There we go. Yeah, I don't remember Tiger-Heli in the arcade at all. Yeah, I mean, I go through Chicago once in a while. I haven't actually. The last time I actually went to Chicago itself was for the Blue Man Group, which I'm positive is still there. I don't remember the year I saw that, but probably over 10 years ago. But Chicago is a nice place. It's just like morning, afternoon commute time. It can be a challenge. That much I remember. Sherlock, welcome on in. What? It as with me, I think? What does that mean? I'm not sure what you mean. It's as with me. Oh, the Shakies? You talking about the Shakies? You were talking about. Oh, Blue Man. Oh, they finished their run in Chicago? Oh, okay. Oh, Blue Man. Yeah. Me and Sherlock went to Blue Man in Chicago. Gosh. That'd be like 10, 15 years ago or something. I don't remember exactly anymore. Great show, though. Oh, it's recently finished. Okay. Kind of sad to hear it's ended, but I really like that show. I thought of going back, but I did see him in Vegas, but Vegas show was like the Chicago show. Yeah, excuse me. It was like the Chicago show on steroids. But both good, because obviously the Las Vegas show is a lot more expensive too. Okay, Tiger-Heli. Brand new game here. Let's see if I get my joystick propped up here. Got my lamp here. You press the button to start. That's shooting the other button at the bottom. Ooh, wow. Bombs the way you pack a punch. This kind of reminds me a bit of Xevious. As it does. Boy, you can cheat a lot of stuff here. Alright. Oh. Don't hit me. Oh, they hit me. Just for a second. Yeah, that was a routine Blue Man Group did in all their shows. They would start the show, and as soon as a layperson would come in after like 10-15 minutes, they'd put the spotlight on them. It's cool as hell, though. Embarrass the heck out of them, and something to laugh at. Oh man. Boy, this game takes a bit of practice. Oh, bloody hell. Game over. Well, first game. Oh, we got a high score. Hard to believe I didn't do much here. Play a few rounds of this. This looks like a fun game if you can get in the Tac-Scan company. I'm saying that correctly. Well, I'm gonna watch the demo here a little bit. Bam! The bomb looks like a super bomb, basically. Speaking of pick me, when I went to the Vegas show for Blue Band Group, I came so close to getting picked to go on stage. It was they came up to me and they picked the guy behind me. I was bummed out. Like, I want to go on stage. I want to go on stage. Oh well. Of course, the guy behind me, he got picked when he came back. He had that blue paint. He had some of it on his shirt. It kind of messed him up. Ooh, wow. He got painted. Yeah. Oh, damn. The hard part here with those two tanks. Some pattern to get that. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Missed it by damn much. God bless it. Why is it? Just laughing at myself for a minute. Hard time with those two tanks in that one spot. Let's get better. I like the way it starts out with the helicopter taking off. I suppose technically I could use the bombs on those two tanks to get by them. But looking at the top of the screen, looks like you only got three bombs. Gotta take out those gates. Yeah, I got the parking lot. Bam! Here they come. Yeah, oh, bloody hell. Come on. This spot. I gotta get past it. Don't focus on the house on the right. Just focus on the tanks. Oh, God. I'm having a hard time with this. I can do better. Oh, come on. Got me right in the ass. Well, let's try it again. Okay, here, got it. Just like in the 80s, they gotta do this at least once here. But, oh man, you gotta... There you go. Ass. For the high score. Tough game. Yeah, well, those two tanks, it's like... The one comes up from below, it makes it really hard to get it. At least, well, I'm sure I got a develop a pattern for it. Oh, I missed part of the... There you go. I am liking this game. It's nice graphics. I saw this at the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee in April. I didn't get a chance to play it, but it didn't look... I wasn't impressed when I saw it, but then again, I didn't see the whole game. Now that I'm playing... Oh, here comes those tanks. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Oh, come on! That was so close. Get this tank first. Dodge the bullets, dodge the bullets, dodge the bullets, dodge the bullets. Alright! Oh! More tanks. Oh, shoot. Oh my god. They're everywhere. I don't know, I'm staying alive here, but God, oh my god. Ooh, I dropped the bomb by accident. That was okay. So many tanks. Oh my god. This is a challenging game. Oh, game over. Well, I got farther. Oh my god. Choplifter? I like Choplifter. Beat me else score. Oh, I knocked the ass off the charts. This game is tough. But again, this is the kind of game I think you would have to play over and over and get the patterns done. High score, wow, 20,000 is the... Ooh, let the screen scroll a bit. Original arcade game developed by Toplin. Programmers, composers, wonderful and legendary Toplin development staff who could not be listed. Rights management, freed mode. What a decent amount of credits here. And of course, special thanks to Zero Patron, of course. Other helicopter games? Desert Strike? That's on the Genesis, so. I like that game on the Genesis. Desert Strike. That was good. Unfortunately, I don't have my Genesis anymore. I sold it off some years ago. I regret that. I sold off a lot of stuff off in the last 10 years. Genesis is the one thing I wish I had not sold off. I'm actually trying to get a Genesis back, hopefully, by the end of the year. We shall see. Get a Genesis and a multi-cart, and I'm set. Yeah, I can't think of too many earlier helicopter games. Like Gen 2. Looks like a choplifter. I mean, it was a helicopter game for the Odyssey too, but it was like not a very good game. Game Gear? Okay. Yeah, I did Genesis. There was a game called Desert Strike. Helicopter game. Very good game. I had the Genesis, I did not have the Super Nintendo. And I did not have Game Gear either. Oh, here they come. Dodge, 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 dodge. God bless it. Yeah, we had the Atari Lynx. Was there a helicopter game in the Lynx? I don't remember. Oh, these tanks are starting to piss me off. Oh, man. I'm bombing these suckers, man. This section is tough as nails. Where's the haste? Problem here is... oh. I press the bomb as I die. Really? That's just too funny. Yeah, I told you my Earl was great. Super Nintendo. SNES. SNES is a good system. It's just for me, it was a system I just never bought. I'm not sure why. I just never got it. The Lynx I bought it when it came out. It's one of the few consoles I bought at this price. I love the Lynx. I was so sad when they started focusing on the Jaguar and just let the Lynx drop to the floor. Literally. The Lynx could have been so much better. But sorry, I had a hard time getting third-party support, and from my own recollection of it, they couldn't supply enough to meet demand. There was demand for it, but they were so slow in filling it up. I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna move on to the next game here. See if I can get past those damn helicopters. What? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the story with the Lynx. I mean, at a local game store that mentioned I remember when the Atari Lynx, when Atari ran a full-page ad in USA Today paper for the Lynx, and people came to this local game store and the guy couldn't get enough to sell. They'd trickle in from Atari. Told you Monero was not on a TurboGrafx 16. There was a game with a similar name though. I can't think of it. Told you Monero was strictly Genesis. I think there was a different version of it later on that was for other systems, but Told you Monero is very unique. I like that the 7800's got a pause button on it. 2600 version you cannot, or 2600 you cannot pause the game. What do you have figured out here? Let's try with those power-ups. I'm not sure if you gotta shoot the power-ups or if you gotta pick them up. What's going on? God, that guy keeps getting me right in the ass. I'm getting tired of getting shot in the butt, man. Okay, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh my god. There's just so many of them. Bang! Oh, I didn't get all of them, really? Oh my god. Game over. When you mentioned I have both systems, are you talking about the TurboGrafx 16 and the Genesis? Cause I had a TurboGrafx 16 too, but that's something I got used up for eBay. And the TurboGrafx 15 is also another system that I sold off. I didn't regret selling off. Okay, yeah, TurboGrafx. There's a game on the TurboGrafx 16 that's Toe something. I can't think of him. I'm blanking. Let's try this again here. Just one more time. I'm curious if we gotta pick up the power-ups instead of just shooting the power-ups. I've been shooting them. Maybe most games you shoot them. Maybe you gotta pick this thing up. Yeah, Bonk's Adventures. Bonk was cool. I got Bonk's Adventures on my Wii U. The virtual arcade. I still got my Wii U. Nope. Gotta pick it up. You gotta shoot it. Yeah. Check on that. Still got my Wii U. I still like the Wii U. Yeah. Didn't do well, but that's the dodges. That's so weird. God. What? I'm getting tired of getting hit by the same tank. Real tired of it. Take that. Oh my god. I like this game, but man, it's tough. I've never been really good at shooters. Oh, I thought I tried getting him from around top. That did not work well. Okay, enough of... That's not bad. It's a bit tough in my book. It just is. Yeah, I bought the Wii. I had a Wii. Well, I kind of became a Nintendo guy I became a Nintendo guy with the GameCube. So I had the PlayStation 1, never bought any other PlayStation. I got the GameCube next, and then I went Nintendo after that. GameCube, Wii U, Switch. I recently just got a Switch 2, which I'll be playing later on tonight. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I just kind of been going with Nintendo. PlayStation doesn't interest me, and the Xbox doesn't either. No offense against other systems. I just prefer the Switch at this time. Yeah, Tiger-Heli, that's tough. Some people that are really good at shooters might be better at that than I am. And next game up here is Countermeasure 2. And just to see what it's like, because the original Countermeasure, I remember being on the 5200. I'm gonna try this without the manual. Yeah, tough game. I like shooters, but the only shooter I ever did well at was a few. Zollar Mercenary on the Lynx. Boy, that's loud. Can I pause this? Oop. I should change the game name. Toe Jam sequel was on the PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah. I remember the Toe Jam and Earl's sequel was not that great. I hate saying that, but it wasn't. A lot of sequels aren't. Nature of the Beast. Okay, next up we got Countermeasure 2. This is 7800. Let's see what you got here. Novice. Whoop. Hey, what the? Yeah. You select the. Damn it. Select the levels here. Up and down. Oh, you just selected intermediate, novice, advanced. Wait a minute. 2009 to 2025. Kind of curious where this started. So you basically shoot. I shoot buildings? Nope. Okay, I remember this now. This is definitely Atari 5200. 14 turns, you gotta get them before they get you. Ooh, power up. Not sure what the power ups are. Turns will start rotating once you get close to them. Oh, you can go through the buildings, but it slows you down. Oh! Ooh. Wait, it's gonna get me then. Bam! Take that. Definitely looks different than the 5200 version was straight up and down and up. This looks like a cool set. It has stuff going on sideways as well. Take some. Yeah, I don't think tank sound. It reminds me of a robot tank. Definitely. Take that. I had to look up what each power up does, but now I'm just enjoying this. Not sure what the goal is. Didn't get power up out of that one. Bam! Oh, ooh. Sorry, hit me. I'll read that chat in a sec here. Aw, man. Blink, blink, blink. We can pause for a second here. Systems were 2600, 1700, NES. I never had an NES, surprisingly enough. I got the NES Mini, but I never had NES back in the day. Just didn't. Super Nintendo, yeah, I didn't have that. NES had a lot of games. Super Nintendo, Game Boy. Game Boy's cool. I started out with the Game Boy SP. The original, I had an original Game Boy for a short while. Had a friend of mine gave me, but I sold it off. I did not have a Game Gear. I wish I had. That looked like a cool system. PlayStation 2, I did not have. Again, I just didn't have interest in PlayStation once I had the GameCube. But the PlayStation 2 looked like a hell of a system, though. Dreamcast, I did have for a while. I sold off most of my disc-based systems about 5 years ago. Dreamcast was good. Xbox 360. Didn't own any others, but played many systems that my friends. Okay. Spinach. Yeah, was it the original Game Boy that you had? It's weird. Technically, it was black and white screen, but they had that spinach green overlay on it. On some of them, I don't know why they did that for it. They should have just had a black and white. Kind of interesting. The links went up against the Game Boy, and the Game Boy just kicked the ass. Black and white, it was still a fun system. It still is. Honestly, if I think about it, I might have a Game Boy Advance around someplace. I have to go digging for it. I thought I still had one. I really need to dig up my stuff out of boxes. I'm not 100% sure what I have. Green white Game Boy. Okay, that's cool. Fun system. Yeah, back in the day, I mean, I had 2600, 1700, 5200, television, ColecoVision, Odyssey 2, Vectrix. Like I said, I had TurboGrafx 16, but that I got that years later off of eBay. I didn't have an NES. To me, the 1700 was Gen 3. So I had that instead of the NES. I was tempted to get the Master System, but I didn't. I had the Genesis, which I had for many years. I loved the Genesis. Again, I sold it off, what, between 5 and 10 years ago. I regret doing it. Honestly, a lot of my stuff is in boxes because I don't really have shelves or areas to display them, so I keep them in the boxes. I've been contemplating come on some kind of display area. Oh, for your Game Boy. Okay, yeah, that's actually a common thing for a lot of handhelds. 'Cause I'm gonna say something that may sound a bit crazy, but about 3-4 years ago, I had 11 Atari Lynx systems. I'm down to 9. I sold off 2. And for life of me, I don't remember where I got them from. I'm sure I bought 2 myself. I'd added 1 which I inherited. Where the other 10 plus came from, I don't have a clue. I think I bought them off other people when they were selling them off. But Atari Lynx 8-player Slime World kicks ass. But again, the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Like I said, back in the day, I didn't have it, but I look back at it, I kind of wish I had it. Because there were so many good games for the Game Boy that came out. So many games. Let's get back into this game here. See if we can find what the. Yeah, I was going to mention the links. I have one Lynx that has lines running through it, through the screen. It's a bit messed up. Ooh. So I have 9 Lynx, but one's got lines running through it. One has a weird, like, thumb-sized area of dead pixels. The unfortunate thing about, well, I've noticed with a lot of handhelds, they have a tendency to, the screens look bad. Yeah. Yeah, get him. Ooh, power up. Get the power up. Ooh, speed power up. Alright. Holy smacker, that's a hell of a power up. Yeah, I still got my Atari Jaguar. I tell you what, Lynx and the Jaguar are one of the few systems I bought when they first came out. Brand new. I love the Jaguar, but I was rather disappointed that like Atari never really pushed it. It could have been so much more. I sold most of the games off of the Jaguar, just so I have a multi card for it, but I did keep Tempest 2000, Iron Soldier, and Lunar Pinball. My 3 favorite games for the Jaguar. Bam, bam. It's very similar to countermeasure on the 50-100. It just goes a lot farther. Shoot to the building? Yes, you can. Yeah, it's sad when the system's kind of don't make it. Not the GameCube. I like the GameCube a lot, but it did decent, but it didn't do well. My bad thing about me getting a GameCube was unbeknownst to me, I bought it near the end of its lifespan. I bought it from Best Buy at a good price. You know, I didn't realize it was being sold out, but like, oops. I don't regret having bought it though. I enjoyed the GameCube a lot. I think some of my favorite games on the GameCube were the Burnout games. never had a GameCube. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, I sound like I own a lot of consoles, but there's a lot of consoles I never had. You know, I never had a PS2, 3, 4, 5. Never had an Xbox. There's always just something in there. Nowadays, I mean, the reason I kind of stick with Nintendo nowadays is I can't afford more than one system at a time. For the most part, it's just my budget can't handle it. Which is sad to say. Get him. Interesting with the water. Whoa, that speed up really is a hell of a power up. Oh, what the? Oh man, what the heck are those things? You mean might have played on the GameCube? You mean? Yeah, I had a GameCube. Just well, as far as like the PlayStation or Xbox and stuff. I played a little bit of Xbox on my brother-in-law had one, the original Xbox. He sold it off a few years ago. Ooh, this looks like the exit. Yeah, I got someplace. Cool. Those look like there's some kind of cars or something. Oh man. I see trademark says a mini tank or something. Whatever it is, shoots pretty damn well. Oh Jesus. You got more range now. I got more. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my brother-in-law had the Xbox. I never had a friend that had anything beyond the PS1. I never saw a PS2, 3, or 4, or 5 in action. It's kind of surprising, but I think one of my friends would have had it, but they didn't. So I don't know much about anything beyond PlayStation 1. Which sounds weird, but nonetheless. I'd say nowadays, with most of my friends my age getting older, a lot of them don't have consoles anymore. Except for, I got one friend that still has his Lynx. He still plays that. Still likes it. And it still works. It's a big thing. That's all. The one friend of mine, that's all he has is the Lynx. He doesn't have any other. That I'm not sure what that was. The game stopped for a second. I think past the PS2. Honestly, from what I heard, a PS2 was very well. PS2 is the best-selling console of all time, and it had a lot of games on it. Bum, 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 bum. Nice intro music. And if I'm some of the fix them though. Oh, the Atari Lynxes, yeah. The Atari Lynxes, I like them a lot, but let's see if we can watch the sound here. Start the game, pause here. Yeah, the main thing with the Atari Lynx, which I personally found out, yeah, I love the systems, but the build quality on the actual systems is not that great. Especially the Lynx 2s. I think they were actually manufactured in France. I remember that much. I opened up one of them once years ago. The solder job on the Lynx 2s are not very well done. Plus, the Atari Lynxes, they have a tendency to die over time. Because the 9 I have left, I actually sent them in to get recapped and stuff. There's actually a local guy here that I can't think of He runs a shop. I can't think of the name of the shop. I'm blanking on it. I'll pop it up for now. Countermeasure looks like a fun game. That's all I'm going to play with that for now. It goes pretty good. It's very similar to Countermeasure to 5200, but I think it's a little more fun to play, actually. I probably should play another round, but I don't want to. Some other time. Hang on here. Rearranging stuff here. Yeah, Atari Lynx is I still got my original one. My original one that it's weird. The original Atari Lynxes, the Lynx Fun models, they're painted. The paint comes off if you play them too much. It's just weird. I haven't bought a new system since the Xbox 360. Oh, the Red Ring of Death. Yeah, I've heard of that. This kind of 360 replacement. That one died from the same thing. Oh my god. No more 360s. Wow. Yeah, LOL is a good word for it. I've heard of that. It's from what I understood, that's kind of a Microsoft issue. Or, well, not cutting Microsoft, but it's an issue they had with the 360s. Okay, I'm going to go on to the last game for tonight here. Yeah, maybe last game. Maybe I'll do more. I'm going to play this for one. Tonight's variety night. I usually don't go long on variety nights. This game needs no introduction. Yeah, so many consoles over the years, so many systems. I mean, I had some earlier, like, consoles around the Gen 2 time that I made the mistake of destroying by accident. Again, next game up here is Dark Chambers. This is obviously was originally released back in the day, but I never had it back in the day. Came out in '89. So when Atari released it recently, I had to buy it. Just so I could have it physically. Technically, it's a re-release. They did release it limited quantities a couple of years ago. I'm not sure why they did limited quantities, but they did. Yeah, I actually bought a Switch 2. It was not cheap. Switch 2, $450, extra dock, $120, Pro controller, $85. The SD card for expansion, $200. I should not have bought it all. I'm going to be paying that off for like the next 4 months. But I really wanted it. And it's the only console I plan on buying like new. I don't plan on buying the next PlayStation 6. I don't plan on buying the Xbox Portable or whatever they come up with next. But yeah, I'm getting to the point where I do want to like retire in 2 to 5 years. So the Switch 2 is probably going to be the last console I buy. Most likely. I'll probably still buy the occasional retro consoles. I mean, the 700 plus, I mean, I got for like $100. It lists for more, but they go on sale every now and then. And this one is, I mean, if you got old 2700 cartridges, it's a great way to get the games on a modern console, or on a modern TV, I should say. The only bad thing is not every single game works. Most of them do, if you do them. Yeah, I got the Switch 2. I gotta be honest with you, I think it's very well done. I mean, so far, I just got it this week. The only complaint is it uses micro SD express cards, and I wanted a terabyte one. They're hard to find. That's the $200 price. They'll come down in price, but I didn't want to wait. I want a big one to start. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Switch 2 as it goes on. It's selling like hotcakes on that much. The only thing that's changed recently is you can actually get one now. They're becoming easier to get. which is why I finally got one. Well, for me, I got the email from Nintendo, got through them, but supposedly stores are started getting them in stock better. You know, it's what it is. I mean, I got the Pro controller for it. I wish it was cheaper than 85, but it does work with the original Pro controllers. But I didn't realize I was gonna have music on the game there. Dark Chambers. Basically, yeah. The one really cool thing about the Switch 2 is it plays the vast majority of Switch 1 games. Not all of them, but almost all of them. Which I think is great. I mean, there's a huge choice of games right now for it. So if you don't have a Switch, get a Switch 2 if you can afford it. It's like you can get both. Or play both games. Because as of right now, there's only so many Switch 2 games out there right now. I mean, myself, later on tonight, I plan on restarting Breath of the Wild with Switch 2 enhancement. Okay, so as far as Dark Chambers, again, this came out in '89. I don't remember the exact history in this, but this definitely is. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be like a Gauntlet clone or a Gauntlet, but they ended up changing it to Dark Chambers and made it their own. Yeah, this. Give me a moment here. I'm gonna wiki this. I'm positive this came out after Gauntlet. Oops. Okay, what the heck is it? What the? Okay, let's do a search on Dark Chambers and something completely else came up. What the heck? I'm not getting it. Anyway. Still search for cancels here. Dig up my old links, my old bookmarks here. Yeah, wiki page mark for all the consoles and the games that came out. What the heck is my living link here? Oh, 2600. Oh wait, 700. Wrong console. It's not. It's 700 version of Dark Chambers is not. I don't quite care for it. Weird, but where's Dark Chambers? Turn it off for a sec there. Music. I started to talk with the music one. Yeah, the Switch 2 with backwards compatibility, that's a great advantage. Kind of glad they didn't come up with something new that required all brand new games. That would have been crazy. Okay, Dark Chambers. Huh. Okay, so I did Dark Chambers on Wikipedia. It came up with Dandy. The first dungeon called Maze video game for the Atari 8-bit computers. So I started with Dandy. Interesting. It was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of obvious. The 85 Atari Games arcade video game Gauntlet built on the core design of Dandy, with versions published for the Spectrum, Commodore 64, and Amstrad CPC. Dandy was reworked in the Dark Chambers without the initial designer's involvement, and published by Atari on the 2670 version and 8-bit computers. Okay. So Dark Chambers is a reworked version of Gauntlet. Sorry. D&D. D-N-D-Y. Here, I'll put the, just for keep. Thank you. Trying to cut and paste it, it's not doing it. What the heck? Why is this not working? Let's try. There we go. Here's the wiki page for it. Yeah, before Gauntlet, there was Dandy. This is the first I heard of it. I'll be honest. I thought it started with Gauntlet, but it actually started with Dandy. Atari 8-bit computers. I learned something tonight. It started with Dandy. Yeah, I'll die. I got it. I don't have perfect speech. Got a bit of a speech impediment. Sorry. Weird dust particle in my joystick here. Dandy. I like Gauntlet. Gauntlet on the Atari Lynx is outstanding. 2-player, same time. Oh my god. Someday I gotta play it again. Standard. No place for a video. It says 88 on there, but it came out in 89. And like Gauntlet, there's food. Out of curiosity, Mr. Diamond, did you ever play Dark Chambers on the 2600 or 1700? I'm pretty sure I had this. I don't know if I had it or if a friend had it. I remember playing this years ago. Dandy. Yeah. I gotta admit, I did look at Tandy computers back in the day, but I never got. Oh man. The object is not to run into the enemy. I'm getting hurt. Keep forgetting those things got auto fire. I need to. Oh, wow. That's a spawning point. Yeah, I mean, I played Dark Timbers before, but I didn't play it on cartridge. I bought it on like I forget where. I honestly don't remember where I first played it, but it was not on physical cartridge. Oh, you have Gauntlet and Retro Pack. That's cool. The original Gauntlet's actually a pretty good game. I'd have to wiki it again. Gauntlet for the Lynx was actually not actually Gauntlet. It was kind of a take on. They just call it. They call it. Well, they call it Gauntlet the third encounter. I would have to look up separate as far as the history for it. But yeah, Gauntlet of the Lynx was outstanding. It still is. And the game's actually got an ending. I've never seen it. Me and my friend back in the 90s, one of my friends, I should say, we got so close to the end of that game. I don't remember the level. We got to like level 35 or something like that. And we got stuck because the game has keys in it. We were one key short of getting the next level, so we were so pissed off and we got stuck. We're like, damn! Yeah, the arcade game version of Gauntlet, that's a great game. Yes, the one with, I'm positive, isn't that the one with the warrior needs food badly? I'm positive it is. Warrior needs food badly. I played that some years ago, I think, using MAME. I haven't played the arcade version in a long time. I'm an old guy. Ooh, it's the exit. Level B. Was that the level where I kept... No, that was not the level. There was a level that spit you out a lot. That was not the level we got stuck on. Yeah, yeah, we got to like the level like 35 or something like that. And you get certain keys per level. Somehow on some level we missed a key. We got to a level where we needed a lot of keys and we were one short of getting through. We were pissed. Very pissed off. Not at the game, just at ourselves. We're like, how did we miss a key? God, oh. It was just one of those moments. If we had the key, we might have finished the game. I think that's when we stopped playing the game, sadly. It would have been cool to see the ending. Yeah, that's a dope moment. I remember in this game you can shoot through the corners if they go up to the corner. Come on, get to the corner here, will you? Shoot your butt there. Not gonna happen. Oh. Well, I remember this is a heart the person that spit out. The pulsing heart here. If you're two-player, the pulsing heart brings the second player back. If you're one player, it's bad to shoot the heart. So I'm not going to shoot it. I'll die. Ooh, I'll die. Not yet. The one sad thing about this game is it does not have an ending. See, if you play in the hardest level and win, it goes back to the starting level again. I remember Googling that and trying to find out if there's an ending. It's like, really? There's no ending? Disappointing. How do I get over here? I gotta backtrack. So yeah, this game would have been definitely a step better if it actually had an ending. Because obviously it goes level A through Z. Run away. That's a bomb. I don't quite remember how the bombs work. I haven't played this in a bit. That's our spawn point. Get the spawn point spacer. Get the treasure. Level C. Yeah, the non-ending flip back to the start. It's kind of sad. I mean, it goes level A through Z. I'm like, I remember watching a YouTube video on it. Basically, level Y is like the last level, so to speak. Level Z is strictly a whole screen full of power-ups. Then you go down the stairs and you're back in level A again. What the heck is that? Why do I not remember that? What is that thing here? I can't shoot. I don't recall that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of games. I like games that have an ending. I just do. Sadly, this game's... I mean, if you play it on novice, if you loop around, it goes to normal, and it goes to expert. But if you're on expert mode, it just loops back to A on expert mode again. Ooh, stairs. Level D. D for David. Obviously, if you place enough, you kind of get the hang of where stuff is in the maze, too. Still. Hold still, I'm trying to shoot you. Where's the exit? Oh, I need a key. There's a key. Do I need a treasure? Not really. I got full food. I'm just gonna go to the next level here. Treasure. Oh, I thought the exit was here. It's not here. Oh, the gun. Ooh. Oh. Who just followed me? Oh, thanks for the follow. That's my little current follow thing there. I was playing Tears of the Kingdom for quite some time. Well, I'll be switching to Breath of the Wild. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm slowly getting close to 100. I'm still relatively new. Technically, I've been streaming for a year and a half, but honestly, on Twitch, it takes quite a while to get a good amount of followers, so I appreciate the follow. Yeah, for me, I do old school. I try to do old school Saturdays around 7 o'clock-ish. I don't always manage to do it, but I try. Sunday afternoons is Indie Sundays on the Switch. And when I start Breath of the Wild later tonight, Breath of the Wild's kind of random, wherever. The main streams are Old School Saturday night and Indie Sundays. And Old School Saturday night, it could be Odyssey 2, 2600. And in some cases, I use the Evercade to play older games. I've been trying to get my television to work on the my VCR, but I did not have very good success with it. So that's kind of on hold till I can figure out what's going on. It's like the sound was like really messed up. I do plan on streaming ColecoVision hopefully by the end of the year. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. It was honestly, it was wonderful chatting with you. It's nice chatting with somebody that remember or was around during 2600 day. I mean, it's just cool. That was a good time. And you have a good night. Well, hopefully catch you some other night. Take care, friend. I'm probably gonna go for a little more here, and I'm probably gonna. I don't plan on going to. Ooh, the gun. I forget what the gun does. Ooh, I think it might give me better shots here. It's always good to get a new retro follower. Yeah, I grew up with this stuff, so I still like playing it. Hopefully I can play it up till I'm dead, but I do have my carpal tunnel acting up, so hopefully it doesn't take it out for me. Yeah, I gotta get the spawn point. Stop spawning. Take that skeleton. Come on here anyway. Right at 2 hours. I figured I'd stream about 2 hours. I'm not going longer. Sometimes I go longer on Retro Nights, but tonight's just kind of just showing off what came out new from Atari. I'm glad I bought this. I do like Dark Gamers. Not as good as Gauntlet, but I still like it. Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to shoot. This bow tie didn't pop in. It's weird surprise. Yeah, it's interesting to find out about Dandy. Like, what the hell's Dandy? Oh, Bowtie is still streaming. I could always raid Bowtie. That would be fun. If it reads me, I'm near the end. I'm on level F for fun. This game's a bit laid back, but I still like it. I can't help it. I mean, 20 center version, it's not bad, but it's something about it that's not quite as good. What the heck is that? That was oh, that's a, you get, I'm pretty sure it's a bomb. You get hit, you get hurt if you go through it. Oh, I gotta go through it. Oh my god. Poison bottle. Eat some food, I'm good. Oh, this room's full of enemies. Man. Pick up the spawn points here. Ah. Yeah. Getting hurt. Ah, get away from me. Treasure in level G. Honestly, I think I'll hold it up there. That's basically their chambers. Fun game. I do not feel like some other night I will try to actually, somewhere in the future, I will actually try to go A through Z. At least that's my plan. Because it is. Oh, there's an ad starting up here. Oh, I mean. Right. For now, I'm going to call it here. A definite big thank you for Big Diamond for stopping in. That was really great chatting with you. That was cool. And for Sherlock Jr. for stopping in. Anybody else that's lurking? If you're lurking, give me a follow. It helps out. And you get to know when I stream. Otherwise, switch screen here. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it for old school Saturday here. I will be starting a brand new Breath of the Wild on Switch 2 probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight, Central Time. At least that's the plan. Turn off the Atari there. In the meantime, here, I think if both ties still out there, I think I will raid that guy. Let's see, he was playing Evercade games. I think it will raid the guy. But I want to make sure he's actually still playing and I get ready to call it quits here. Yeah, tonight was a cool stream. It's fun having somebody pop in that is willing to chat about old stuff. It's like, it makes it so much better. Oh, I still seeing it here. Well, I'm going to say thanks folks for stopping in. If you want to be part of the raid, hang in there. I'll be raiding Bullseye here shortly. Within a minute. Just trying to see what he's doing here. Oh, he's on a be right back screen. Okay, I can raid him. Hang in for the raid. Otherwise, have a good night, folks. Well, if anybody wants to stop by again, I'll be doing Breath of the Wild a bit later. Where's my raid option here? Raid, there we go. Following. Where is he? Where's Bullseye? Start the raid.